The thermostat is cranked to 75. The furnace has been running non-stop since December, yet you are still wearing a heavy sweater indoors, shivering through sudden cold drafts, and paying utility bills that rival a car payment. Then there's the other detail, a faint, earthy smell that seems to gather near the ceiling of the second floor, no matter how much you scrub. These symptoms point to a single source, an invisible thermodynamic force pulling at the structure of your home. Builders and building scientists call this phenomenon the stack effect. This model shows the basic physics at play. When air is heated, its molecules spread out. It becomes less dense and naturally begins to ascend above cooler, heavier air. Apply that simple physics rule to a multi-story building, and you accidentally engineer a giant vacuum. The heat you pay for rushes straight to the top floors. This continuous upward draft forces your heating system to constantly work overtime to replace the warmth that is rapidly floating away. Beyond the financial drain, this constant vertical airflow also creates a serious biological hazard right above your head. To trace exactly what is happening, we need to look at the highest point of the structure, the attic. As all that heated air hits the top of the house, it squeezes through microscopic, unsealed cracks around light fixtures, fence, and the roof deck. The escaping heat leaves behind a void, creating an area of negative pressure. To achieve equilibrium, the depressurized house pulls in a massive volume of replacement air from its base. Because the vacuum is pulling upward, that replacement breath is inhaled directly from the lowest, dampest part of the property. That brings us down to the foundation, usually a basement or a dirt crawlspace. The upward pull from the adit drags cold, raw exterior air straight through the foundation walls and floor joists. This deep, dark environment is typically loaded with microscopic moisture droplets and dormant mold spores, which are quickly caught in the draft and carried upward. Pulled up through the floorboards, sucked into unsealed ductwork, and distributed into main living areas. The physical layout of the building effectively acts as a vertical conveyor belt, constantly pumping outdoor allergens into the air you breathe. Those airborne spores eventually finish their climb, gathering in the upper floors and the attic. Up there, the warm, spore-filled indoor air slams directly into the freezing cold wooden decking and nails near the roofline. Looking at this reaction at a molecular level, the warm gas hits the frigid barrier and its particles instantly convert into heavy water droplets, coating the insulation and wood in a layer of sweat. Those newly formed water droplets provide the exact hydration the dormant spores need to wake up and begin feeding on the home's structural framing. The airflow cycle transports the biological material, and the resulting temperature clash creates the exact moisture trap required for rapid structural decay. To protect the house, you have to break the physics driving the cycle. You have to stop the air from moving vertically. The first step is aggressively sealing every tiny gap in the upper levels and upgrading the attic insulation to trap the heat where it belongs. This visual highlights the second requirement, forcing indoor humidity strictly below 45% using dedicated dehumidifiers, which starves the air of the moisture needed for organic growth. Maintaining strict control over that airflow also requires routine maintenance of your HVAC and ventilation systems. Stopping the draft stabilizes the temperature, but sealing the envelope does absolutely nothing to eliminate the established toxic colonies already thriving inside the walls. Simply scrubbing its surface stains often backfires. Agitating or rupturing the colony can trigger a defense mechanism, releasing a dense cloud of toxic mycotoxins straight into your breathing space. Standard household bleach and surface cleaners cannot penetrate porous wood or stop a contamination cycle driven by the entire building's pressure system. Safely extracting the hazard requires industrial HEPA air scrubbers to filter microscopic particles and negative air chambers to physically trap spores before they can spread. This level of precision requires expert intervention. Companies like Pure Homes specialize in deploying these exact containment tools to safely neutralize the pressure imbalance and restore the property. Taking control of the thermodynamics inside your walls physically breaks the cycle, giving you lasting structural stability and clean, safe air to breathe.